The inbound to Lawrence. Here comes Thomas. He's hit a couple of daggers this year. Shot clock's turned off at 3, at 2. Thomas falls away and hits for the lead with .9 to go. Sebastian Thomas time at the Ryan Center again. And now down to 5 to shoot for Braun next. Gets a screen. Downhill he goes. Swiped away by Glenn. 3 to go. 2 at 1. Once for the win. Yes, sir!
Oh my God!
Woods wins it for Tulane at the buzzer. Hey, we welcome you inside the Reynolds Center. There is no better man to introduce all of you to March, the coach, Mark Enthusi Adams. I'm Jack Benjamin. There's a title on the line tonight in Tempe as we welcome you to the championship game of the Arizona Tip-Off with a pair of Bulldogs ready to battle in the desert. 25th ranked and unbeaten Mississippi State out of the SEC taking on Butler at 5-1 out of the Big East. And we say good evening inside Mullet Arena. Happy Feast Week Friday with the coach Matt McCall, Jack Benjamin with you. So Mississippi State certainly looked the part of a top 25 team last night en route to moving to 6-0. Butler's won 4 straight, but safe to say toughest test so far for Thad Matta's group.
Still a 1-1. Crucial front end. No good. Now they can tie it with a 3. Do you foul it or two-way?
Ron Hunter typically defends in this situation.
Carrington off the bounce. Kick out for Barnes for the tie. Up at 77 with 12.1 to go here in Tulsa. They played it out. They got burned by Barnes. 10 seconds left, tied at 77. Brumbaugh off the Glenn screen. Down the lane, drop off to Glenn. Takes contact and scores for the lead with 1.8. Here's Odom for the win. No good. And the Green Wave come on the road and hold on for a huge win.
We have not seen a field goal in this game in nearly 3 minutes. Barry trying to change that and does, plus a foul. A chance to tie it with a 4-point play at the line. Thomas with 3 to shoot, they've got to go. With 2 with 1, Thomas has to hoist, and he hits an impossible 3. John Tonje, game high 31. Here he is against Austin. Shot clock at 3. Tonje again. 25 of his 33 in the second half, the lead a half dozen for Wisconsin. 4-on-1 for UMass. Rivera down the lane to punch it home. Clear the runway for takeoff for Daniel Rivera. He's working on Brown inside, blocked it, rebound Brown. That's his 11th board. Rhode Island can tie it with a 2, they do. Sebastian Thomas, we're all square at 54 with 3:49 to go. Timeout, Tony Skinn. It's a raucous Ryan Center crowd. A 6-0 Rhode Island run to draw even. The finish by Thomas to tie us up. It's Super Bowl Sunday in Philly, where there's a lot of buzz for the Birds in the city of brotherly love, with fans hoping the Eagles can hoist another Lombardi trophy tonight. But first, we hit the hardwood for an appetizer to the big game in the Atlantic 10 as the LaSalle Explorers host the UMass Minutemen. And we welcome you inside John Glazer Arena with the coach Matt McCall. I'm Jack Benjamin. So both these teams coming off losses, but the bottom line is a lot to play for considering the top 4 seeds get a double bye in the conference tournament.
Jack, the Super Bowl's got to wait. We got Atlantic 10 hoops here on this Sunday.
Jack Benjamin with Tim McCormick, who is wearing a jersey that may be a little too small, but it's one that's pretty cool to talk about, the gold jersey.
Maybe I've had too much to eat during the holidays, but yeah, this is the gold jersey.
Shot clock's at 5. Jabunji's got to go. He hoists it up, and he puts it in! Quentin Jabunji, his second field goal today. He hadn't played in the previous 8 games. Rhode Island by 3 late here at the Ryan Center, trying to close out a huge comeback win. It's a Sun Belt showdown tonight to Huntington, West Virginia, where the surging Arkansas State Red Wolves, winners of 7 straight, travel to take on the Thundering Herd of Marshall, who have won 5 of their last 6. And we say hello inside of packed Cam Henderson Center with the former Illinois guard, Sean Harrington. I'm Jack Benjamin. So A-State has won 7 straight. They've also won 6 in a row by double digits, but now they face a road test against the Thundering Herd team that's very good at home. Now, this is a huge game for Corey Jackson's team, as we just stated to you, because if they can win, they're going to be able to stay and keep pace with Troy, South Alabama, and App State, who all have 8 wins right now. You can see the adjustment that his offense has made in the second half. What's the biggest thing you've seen from that?
Attacking the rim. They are getting into the lane almost every possession, taking high percentage shots. That's led to a good offensive second half.
They've outscored A-State 16-7 since halftime. Mingo given no room by Todd. Outside to Fricks, tries a 3, bullseye! Wyatt Fricks with 6 points off the bench in 4 second-half minutes, and he's given Marshall its largest lead in the half dozen.
Well, you knock down that shot, but he gets a rebound. He gets a block. He's doing a lot of other things this ball game and get that confidence going. Then when you catch it, the rim looks a little bigger.
On the baseline, Pinion navigating and finds Terrence Ford, who works in the lane. Pinion catch and shoot, bottom. Pinion's got his 3rd triple, and I think he's averaging about 26 feet on them between them.
Yeah, these aren't gimmies. These are not up on the line threes. He is catching and shooting from deep.
Guy who's got limitless range. Fricks tries again, hits again. Wyatt Fricks, have yourself a day. He had totaled 9 points in their previous 3 games. He's got 9 today.
0 hesitation on that second 3 from Fricks. As soon as he caught it, he was putting it up.
He came in as a 28% three-point shooter this year. Todd knocked away by Fricks. He has taken over. Dawson blocked away by Kobe Julian. How about the effort there to get back and deny that one? So Marshall, who went 2 for 14 from 3 in the first half, have already made 3 of their 4 triples in not even 8 minutes here in the second half. And it's been this guy. Again, why not? Why not Wyatt Fricks? A dozen points. Off the bench, he has erupted. Marshall by 9. They're all on their feet here at the Cam. Pinion banked it in with a foul. What a response from the Red Wolves. And he will get a chance at a 3-point play after this. But Marshall has built a 7-point lead on the back of this guy. What hasn't Wyatt Fricks done?
Hey, just let him do it all. Blocking shots, steals, and letting it go from the corner.
Well, it has been a career day for Percy Daniels here in Tulsa, sparking Tulane to this 4-point lead. Career-high 10 points. He's made all 4 of his shots. A guy who was a Seton Hall commit in fall of 2021, decommitted about a year later when they had the coaching change. Tulane had to beat him out against LSU, TCU, and Mississippi State for his services. And how about this, too? A guy who was diagnosed with type A hemophilia at birth. It's a blood disorder where your blood doesn't clot normally, causes excessive bleeding when you're cut. He got twice weekly injections growing up just to be able to play basketball. Ron Hunter saw a vision where he could become this kind of force. He's showing it today.
I asked Ron Hunter about Percy Daniels yesterday, who went the previous 3 games scoring 0 points. He said his value has nothing to do with scoring. He's our best screener. He's our most physical guy. You know what? Scoring's coming pretty handy for the Tulane Green Wave today from Percy Daniels.
First free throw missed by Carrington. Daniels, a guy who averaged 18 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 blocks as a high school senior at Madison Prep. And he's battled injuries in his career as Carrington gets 1 of 2. He's up to 8 points. Tulsa back to within 3, inside 7 to go. And Glenn is fouled. We'll see if they call him the act of shooting.
They just keep finding him in that short roll, and Tulsa's had no answers.
It's because Rowan Brumbaugh is able to read defenders, drag guys with him, and create that passing angle inside to Greg Glenn III. This isn't the first time I've seen them do that. That middle ball screen, you're going to have to make some kind of an adjustment. Maybe step out and trap, try to get Rowan Brumbaugh further out from the basket, because right now he's getting to that elbow space, and he's able to just pick apart this defense right now.
You talk about improvement in guys who have made jumps under Ron Hunter. Here's a guy in Greg Glenn who totaled 6 points in his first season playing at Michigan. Up that to 3.6 as a sophomore, and now 10 per game here as a junior. He has been the guy today for Tulane with 18.
And he's turned into a leader. He's much more vocal than he ever was. He was a reluctant leader. But Ron Hunter has encouraged him to step up and be a strong leader with this team. And he's the traffic cop defensively.
Willis off on a three. Rebound volleyball to Caleb Banks. He secures his fourth board to go with 7 points.
I saw Greg Glenn before the game and got a chance to talk to him a little bit. His demeanor, the way that he carries himself. You talk about a great experience at Tulane. This kid has had a great growth experience at Tulane, on and off the court.
Looking inside for Maury Jordan. Size mismatch with Odom. Missed it. Banks tipped it up and in. They have been relentless in the second half on the offensive glass, and Tulane pushes their lead to 7.
Yeah, Banks is just so long. Went through about a 3-week slump, but he's back now. He's playing with such great confidence.
Again, entered averaging nearly 20 points per in his previous 3. Odom falling away and hits. Tough shot.
That's Dwan Odom time, though. This is when he takes control of this team in late game situations. They need him to come up big.
Odom's in double figures. He's the third Tulsa player to reach 10 points today, joining Willis and Barnes, who has a team-high 17. Brumbaugh. No, Banks tipped it again. Almost a wedgie, and secured by Schmeichel.
The bad news is Brumbaugh's getting wherever he wants to right now.
Carrington walks into a triple. And Glenn has another rebound, his 4th. 18 points, by the way, for Glenn. How about 12 or more points in 5 of his last 6 games? He's playing his best basketball at the right time for Tulane. Glenn and Schmeichel. Not that time. Rebound Willis.
But Tulane's getting the ball right at the elbow, free throw line, time and time again.
Does Tulsa have a response? Carrington drop off. Schmeichel put it on the deck. And let's see. They will get a foul on the floor. And a reach in on Maury Jordan. So this becomes the 6th team foul on Tulane. Both teams are going to be in the bonus on the next foul rest of the way.
You know, Jack, this is a 5-point game. It should be a 9-point game right now. Tulane has gotten the ball exactly where they wanted. The last 2 possessions, not able to convert. Those were good quality shots.
Willis pops out. And now Carrington.
Good cut.
Barnes trying to keep his pivot foot, and he couldn't. Daniels able to clear. 10 points, 5 rebounds for Daniels now.
That's the cut you need against that zone, though.
Brumbaugh stops on a dime. Rebound tipped out to Woods, and a fresh 20 for Tulane.
Let's see if they get in the paint again. They're constantly getting the free throw line to the elbow area, and then all of a sudden white jersey's coming, a black jersey comes free.
Shot clock at 5 for Brumbaugh. Off the bounce, falls away, in and out. Rebound, Garcia. Tulsa trying to make it a 1-possession game. Keaston Willis and now Dwan Odom. Around the horn.
Too much standing. Got to move more.
Garcia tries. Can't hit the 3. They're now 2 for 9 from distance in the second half after going 7 for 14 in the first half.
Only 1 white jersey cut against that zone on the last possession. There's got to be better player movement against that defense.
Tulsa's dropped their last 2. Tulane's won 3 of their last 4. Looking for an 11-5 conference mark. And getting as close as they possibly can to clinching a top 4 seed. That's through the hands of Banks. Bad turnover.
The Brumbaugh should have come and got it.
Numbers for Tulsa. Drop off Carrington. Foul. Put it in +1. A killer turnover. Tulsa capitalizes, and Carrington can make it a 2-point game at the line.
Braden Carrington, when Tulsa goes small ball and Braden Carrington's in the game, time and time again. This guy's not flashy, but he makes big plays. He makes winning plays. Here we go.